And so that's a radicalization of people have a general common sense about police as an institution are racist and bad. Maybe we should abolish them. And I think it has something to do with capitalism too, right? So these are the common sense things. And so the audience for this book is like, how do we then build upon that and then equip people who have...
The unions are entirely controlled by the radical revolutionary far left, and the unions are being used to organize the overthrow of the federal government. The unions are being used to organize all the major protests that you're seeing in the country right now. They're being used to destabilize every single thing in our society because they're trying to utilize the unions in order to provoke a pre-revolutionary crisis for which they are going to try to overthrow the federal government. So I understand why new people might think it might seem a little bit statist to abolish the unions, but do you understand the unions are central to their entire organizing strategy? They own the unions. There is no other purpose for the unions other than leftist fucking organizing. That is it. The unions are literally involved in every fucking crazy thing in the country right now. The unions are causing massive destabilization problems, and we need to be realistic about this. We are not going to live in some fantasy land of, wouldn't it be great if we were all free market? And listen, I'm an anarcho-capitalist at heart. I'm about as far fucking right as you can get, but we have to be realistic. Free market capitalism is not going to save us. Classical liberalism is not going to save us. The only thing that is going to save us is Trump, quite frankly, being the tyrant that these people think he is. Sometimes hard situations call for hard choices. The unions are being organized to abolish the federal government. So I really don't want the left to win, and therefore we need to abolish the unions.
The ending of it is a bit of a problem.
Okay, let me be very clear. Only a literal fucking retard thinks I'm advocating for a statist fucking solution. I'm advocating for the radical revolutionary far left not winning. If you want the left to win, go somewhere else. Because really, the only people that I want in this community are people who are willing to do what is required for the left not to win. You having the unions is what led to the indoctrination of children across the schools, courtesy of the fucking teachers' unions. Unions are what has led to every major protest in the last several fucking decades. The unions are where all of them are recruiting and radicalizing people to the far left. If you want the far left to win, your strategy is a perfect fucking strategy because you look like a giant fucking pussy who isn't willing to do what is required to defeat a literal revolution that's happening right in front of you. So maybe it's time for you to stop talking and to start listening and learning to people who got here a long time before you and who know better. This is why libertarianism doesn't work, because ultimately libertarians are fucking pearl clutchers who are not willing to do what is required to actually win. I can be personally anarcho-capitalist all I want. My personal inclinations towards anarcho-capitalism are going to mean nothing when these people win. So I will be a fucking fascist bitch, and I don't give a fuck. Trump needs to ban the unions. Trump needs to put an immigration moratorium. Trump actually needs to do mass deportations, not just talking about doing mass deportations. He needs to actually do mass deportations. Trump needs to start locking these people up when they're openly talking about overthrowing the federal government on video at a fucking conference. These people need to go to jail. No pussyfooting around. Get them off the streets. Prevent them from organizing. Prevent them from doing all the things that they're doing. Trump needs to ban and abolish all the unions immediately. Executive order, abolish the unions. This is where they're doing all their organizing. This is where they're doing all their radicalization. I will be the fucking fascist dictator that Trump won't ever be. Because I'm realistic about what's going to solve the problem and what's not going to solve the problem. Trump also needs to, by the way, ban the publication of all queer literature, all literature relating to gender transition and non-binary bullshit. Ban the publication entirely. I don't want any more fucking queer gender books. I don't want this shit in schools at all. I don't want people to be able to publish about it. I don't want people to be able to speak about it. I want these people, when they're teaching queer shit to kids in school, to be put in fucking jail. I want anyone publishing queer anything to be put in fucking jail. And then they need to decide how long they want to be in jail. And as long as they want to keep writing and publishing queer bullshit, then they stay in fucking jail. I want to have good old-fashioned bonfires where we burn every single queer book that exists in every fucking library. I'm not even joking. I do not give a flying fuck about the optics. I will be the fascist bitch that people think Trump is, and I have no problem doing it. Because nothing is going to stop these people until someone takes charge and says, we're not going to be pussies anymore. And I think, bro, you might just be too much of a pussy to be on my channel. I think that you're just too much of a pussy to be here. So you're going to get put in a timeout, and you're going to be able to stop talking now. We're going to remove your ability to talk. And either you're going to listen and learn, or you're going to run off crying to the libertarians. Yeah, you can go have your fucking libertarian purity test somewhere else. I don't give a fuck. I care about winning. I don't care about pandering to your fucking libertarian sensibilities. God. All right. Rant over. Continuing.
Something that's implicit. You know, anyone in the movement will say, yeah, you can't imagine an end of the police without an end of capitalism. It's kind of, again, a common sense. But what does that actually mean, right?